Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss book 22 in R.L. Stine Goosebumps original series. Ghost Beach came out August of 94. August 94, book 22. So this is very similar in regards to the portrayal of ghosts within the Goosebumps franchise so far. First book we had Welcome to Dead House. We had these characters who we thought were just regular neighborhood teenage kids, but they turned out they were all ghosts, but still being able to interact, still being able to hold something, play softball, kickball, stuff like that. In the 7th book, 8th book, 11th book, I don't remember what number it is. Oh, wait, we have lists. The Ghost Next Door, book 10. I was just shouting numbers off. Book 10, The Ghost Next Door, that's my most scary favorite so far in regards to actual terror, because we start out with death, and then it's just, who's the ghost? Is the girl the ghost? Is the boy the ghost next door? Who's the ghost, right? Scary, but that's the same concept. The ghost can hold stuff. They can interact, right? So this is the same thing. The ghosts in this book can hold stuff. They can interact. So I like that explanation. I like that specific detail. One of the characters, so the main characters are Terry and Jerry, brother and sister. Terry is female, Jerry is male. There we go. They live in Hoboken, New Jersey. They're going to their dad's cousin's cottage in New England, which is right in this, beach town, that they could spend the summer with them. So they take the train. The older cousin Brad meets them there, and Brad and Agatha, it's not specifically stated they're brother and sister or that they're married, because Agatha says our family were pilgrims. They came from England, in the 1600s to escape for a better life, stuff like that, right? So there's a lot of Sadlers in the graveyard. That's why there's a lot of tombstones there. That's why a lot of the locals are all last name Sadler. It was inference that they're brother and sister, not husband and wife. So I'm going to keep it as brother and sister, just in my mind. So unless I missed something, unless I missed a very important detail, but I don't think I did. I think they're just brother and sister, because they're both referenced, within the family moved. So you can't have, you could have a brother and sister married, but I don't think that was the underlining to this. Anyway, Terry and Jerry meet these kids, Sam, Nat, and Louisa, at the beach. And then they happen to find these tombstones, these gravestones, in the cemetery with the same names, Sam, Nat, and Louisa Sadler, all died in 16 whatever. And they're like, wait a minute, what's going on? Are these kids ghosts? Are they the actual ghosts? There's no ghosts in the cave, on the rock leddy that's on the beach. So they confront their cousins. They say, no, obviously they're named after their, relatives. So it's a thing. You're going to see tombstones of Agatha and Brad Sadler in the graveyard. We were named after our relatives as well. Sure. So then as the story progresses, the kids, Terry and Jerry, climb up to the cave, meet the old man who is named Harrison Sadler, who everybody assumes is the ghost, but he's not the ghost. He's actually a scientist who came from England to track down his, past relatives, stuff like that. But he studies ghosts and the occult, and he found a way to trap the ghosts in the cave, because the cave is very sacred. And if the ghosts are in the cave and you can slide the rock wall down or something to that extent, you could trap the ghosts in there, and then they can move on and everybody can live happily ever after. Harrison has this dog who keeps barking at, folk who are dead, because ghosts are known to dogs, where ghosts might not be known to humans. So Terry and Jerry are friends with the other three Sadler kids, their long lost cousins, Nat, Sam, and Louisa. And then as the story progresses, it's revealed that they are the actual ghosts. And there's whole, confrontation in the cave with Harrison as there's thunder and lightning happening. Whole big shebang. The, flesh melts off them. They're just down to the skeletons again. And Harrison sacrifices himself with the rock wall caving in. That way the ghosts are trapped in there. And then, the Terry and Jerry can escape. So Terry and Jerry escape. They confront Brad and Agatha and say, hey, look, this is what's going on. And then the dog follows them back. The German Shepherd follows them back home in the pouring rain, starts barking his head off at Brad and Agatha, who then reveal themselves to be ghosts as well. And then it's a matter of what happens with the actual living kids from Hoboken, New Jersey. Bum, bum, bum. So it's a nice little cliffhanger ending. It was very quick, 119 pages long, hold your attention. But I like that it kept up with the theme that these ghosts are tangible. You can touch them. And Jerry actually says that, you know, he pats Nat on the top of his little 5-year-old head and he felt hair and his forehead was warm. So it's not like a cold, misty kind of ghost. It's a tactable ghost. You can touch the ghost. I like that. I like that these particular ghosts are represented within the Goosebumps franchise. But then on the flip side, you have the misty, translucent ghosts as well, a la Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. Those were translucent kind of ghosts, and it was just hands and stuff like that. Ghosts appearing in other books as well. So I like that there's different variations of ghosts. It's not just a straightforward kind of ghost. I have no qualms with this. I guess the only qualm is that this cover doesn't really make sense because there's no ghost coming out of a graveyard. It's really more like there's a cave. I guess if I'm nitpicking here, right? This ghost, this hooded creature doesn't exist. It's just there's the ghosts are the actual kids and the cousins. But there's the little cave right over here at the top of the cliff. So that's my only thing. This ghost is not really a thing, but I like that the graveyard is on top of the hill next to the beach. So all of that is here. This down I like a lot. This doesn't make sense. This down is here. This is great. So it says no swimming, no surfing, no haunting. It's cute. It holds the eye. I half like the cover, but I'm nitpicking. Anyway, book 22 in R.L. Stine Goosebumps original 62 book series, Ghost Beach. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.